In today's video, I'm just showing you 3 main steps to securing first page rankings for your self-published book on Kindle Direct Publishing in 30 days or less. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books on Amazon, online entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm just showing you 3 very simple, very straightforward steps to securing first page rankings for your newly self-published book through Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Now, this video is going to be kind of similar to a launch strategy, but there's going to be a couple of things that are integrated in here that I don't usually mention in my launch strategy videos. I've had one in the past, but today's video, I'm just showing you 3 steps during that launch process that are going to help you secure your spot on the first page for your main keywords for your self-published book. Now, don't get me wrong, this is something that is highly dependent on what your main keywords are and your niche, how competitive things are, and how much demand there is for your particular keyword. But in general terms, these are the 3 steps that I follow every single time that I publish a book or I help someone else publish a book. This is exactly what I tell them to do, and this is what's going to help you secure that first page ranking for your book. So anyways, guys, let's jump on my computer. I'm going to show you step by step. I got some slides here, what I do every single time I self-publish a book and how I secure first page rankings for that book. Okay, so as you can see, step number 1 here is I'm gonna name it pre-launch, right? This is before your book is live on the Amazon Kindle store. This is the pre-launch. This is preparing your book for once you publish it to Amazon. So even before you publish it, this is something that is very crucial, because if you don't apply these things to your book before it goes live, you're likely never going to get that book to that first page ranking that you desire anyways, okay? And a lot of people skip this step. They just publish the book, and then after the book is live, they start applying things and they try to get their book ranking on the first page. It all starts before you publish your book, right? I can't stress how important that really is, okay? So first things first, here is something I mentioned in so many videos, and I know you're probably getting tired of it, but it is absolutely crucial. If I didn't mention it here, then it wouldn't make sense. So the first thing is have a high quality written book. Have a high quality cover, have a high quality book description, etc. Okay? All these things add up to getting your book high quality. And if your book is low quality, you're really diminishing your chances of ever ranking on the first page in the first place, because having a high quality book leads to more things. Okay? It leads to that social proof. It leads to those positive reviews that Amazon likes. They see those reviews and they see they're positive. They're going to recommend that book to more people, which automatically means the book can be ranking on the first page. Okay? So before you kick this one aside, okay, it doesn't matter if my book's high quality. It is the #1 thing to getting your book ranking, all right? I don't care what anyone else says. If you have a low quality book, that thing's not gonna rank on the first page. It's plain and simple, all right? So the main ways to do this are to get your book ghostwritten, okay? Or unless you're like a writer yourself, you're a very high quality writer, then that's totally fine, do it yourself. But what I'll tell you right now, if you wanna do this without writing your own book, the main sources that I've used in the past are either Hot Ghostwriter, as you can see in red there, or Upwork, all right? I hire people through there for writing, editing, formatting, stuff like that, okay? If you want a high quality book, those are the places to get it done and work alongside other writers to do it with, okay? If you want a high quality cover, skip the $5. I know it's only $5, but having a high quality cover, investing in like $50 to $100 cover in the beginning is well worth it in the long run, and that's what's gonna get you standing out from your competition. So places like 100 Covers, 99 Designs, are what I've used in the past, and those are going to be your best options. Now that we got the high quality book out of the way, review outreach is the next thing to do. And what I'm going to tell you right now is you can utilize these 3 steps that I'm talking about, whether you have a list or not, right? This is for people who have lists or people who don't have lists. So if you're worried about having a list, don't worry, I'm gonna tell you right now. So the second thing I'm gonna say here under the high quality books is review outreach. And this is something you obviously do before your book goes live. And this is where you're gonna find early readers, pre-readers, whatever you want to call them, to read your book. And then once it goes live, you're going to contact them and let them know, hey, my book's live. Are you able to leave some feedback on it? That way you can generate some early reviews for your book and get the momentum rolling. So look on here, I say, don't just rely on Booksprout. And if you're familiar with what Booksprout is, a way to post your book and create an ARC link out of it. And don't get me wrong, Booksprout is an amazing tool to use, but it's good to use it in conjunction with other things. Because with Booksprout, you're lucky if you get 5 to 10 reviews if you only have the free plan, which gets you 20 ARC links. I'm not going to go into detail what those things are right now. You can look up Booksprout on your own. But if you get like 50 or so ARC links, you might get a little more reviews. But with Booksprout, I always say don't rely solely on Booksprout, okay? What I say is use Booksprout in conjunction with something like finding people in Reddit groups, finding people in Facebook groups, finding people on YouTube videos, YouTube channels that are related to your main topic, your main niche, contacting them and saying, hey, I got a new book coming out, and then send them a PDF version of your book, get them to go through it, maybe give them 2 weeks before the book goes live, week or 2 weeks is a good amount. Once it's live, contact them and say, hey, my book is live on Amazon. Are you able to leave a review? Right? It's as simple as that. And this is very, very effective. Okay. I know lots of people just push it to the side. It's too much work. But if you don't have a list in the beginning, then this is really what you need to do. Okay. You got to put a little bit of work into it. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. It might take like 10 or 15 minutes per day, sending out a few messages to people saying, hey, I got a new book coming out. But trust me, it's worth it in the long run to do this. This is how you're going to get those reviews once your book goes live. Step number 2 is during your launch week. So this is once your book is live. Day 1 to say day 7 that your book is live on the Amazon store. So the first thing that I always say is do a free promotion, okay? 2 to 3 days of free books. In order to do a free promotion, like I said on the end there, you need to have your book enrolled in Kindle Unlimited or KDP Select. Same thing, okay? For us as authors, it's KDP Select. For readers, they'll see it's Kindle Unlimited. They're the same thing, they're just different for each perspective, I guess. So that allows you to do a free book promotion. Run that free book promotion for 2 to 3 days during when your book goes live. And while you're doing this, send out feedback reminders to your pre-readers. So back in step 1, you remember the pre-readers I mentioned. During this step 2, where your book is in that free promotion phase, where it's 2 or 3 days long, send out a message to these people who had your book for free and say, hey, before you leave the feedback, are you able to download the book so that when they leave the review, it says verified? Okay, that's just one little trick that a lot of people don't utilize. So if you put the book on free promotion, you get the people who read it before it was live to download it first through Amazon. It's free for them to do, and then leave the feedback. That way you can see it'll say verified as a review and not just some random review. This is one of the best ways to do it, in my opinion. And again, I'm not going to mention, if you do have a list, obviously let your list know that your book is live during this time. And if you do have a list before your book is live, of course, you can send out pre-reader emails, whatever, to that list, of course, because you have those people in your ecosystem. But if you don't have that list, then utilize what I talked about, Reddit groups, Facebook groups, stuff like that. But of course, during launch week, in week 2, if you have a list, send out the list, let them know your book is now live on Amazon. It's a great way to promote it. Another thing you can do during that first week is schedule free book promotion slots, okay? And these are websites that will promote your free book to their humongous list. There's tons of different sources you can do this through, but you can pick the niche on the website and then promote your book to their list for a fee. I believe free book fees are around $65 or so. And this allows you to get your book in front of even more readers in the beginning, especially if you don't have a list. So I'll just show you right now, free Booksy. So you can see this is free Booksy for authors, and I'll leave this link down below. And all you got to do is literally find your niche. If you're nonfiction, then you can choose one of these 3 things here. It's around $65 for self-help. Cookbooks are $75. Any other thing is like $100. And even though that may seem expensive, you can see the reach that these people have. You can see the list size here. So for cookbooks and nutrition, they have 186,000 people on a list ready to download your book. And what this usually does, inevitably, is people download it and you get even more reviews from it. So we're building that social proof up during the first week very strong, okay? So this is definitely something you want to purchase. And I'll show you right now, like, if I click general nonfiction, there's different slots. So you might have to do this ahead of time, say, because right now it's December 20th when I'm filming this. 4 days out, it's still booked. So this isn't too bad right now, though, to be honest with you. This is like only 4 days away you can book it. So just keep that in mind if you're ready to book a slot through one of these websites. Finally, during launch week, once your book is live, the last trick I'm going to give you is email Amazon support. Do it from inside your KDP account, not from like Amazon.com, about adding your ebook and your paperback to 8 more additional categories. And by utilizing this, you can usually find different categories to place your book into, because when you publish your book, you'll notice you can only pick 2 categories. Once it's live, you can actually get it added to 8, and this is totally fine, totally not against the rules or anything like that. You can literally email Amazon KDP support and say, hey, I want to add it to these 8 new categories. And the trick is, when you find these categories, make sure they're low competition categories, so your book might rank highly, might get that new bestsellers or new release tag or bestsellers tag, stuff like that. So I'll show you what this looks like, though, because when you email these people, you got to make sure you're including the entire what's called category chain. All right, I'll show you what that looks like. So you can see example category chain. So for example, if you're doing houseplants, you're looking to add your book into that category. You're going to send like 8 different categories like this. This is just one example. So this goes books, crafts, hobbies at home, gardening, landscape design, houseplants. So that's like the category chain, if you want to call it that. So I'll show you an example here. You can see top left here, this is kind of the category chain. So you can see it goes books, crafts, hobbies at home, gardening, landscape design, and then down below we got houseplants. Okay, so if you wanted to add it into more, you can click into here, you could do soil and do the exact same chain and then add soil onto the end. Lawns, there's tons of different categories, all right? Just try and find categories with lower competition. So for example, this soil gardening one looks pretty good. The highest ranking book in this category is 13,000 BSR. So if you can get your book below 13,000 BSR, your book will be #1 in this category. if that makes sense. So this is a great trick that not a lot of people use once their book goes live, is adding it to more categories. It's literally as simple as setting as KDP in email. Finally, step number 3 is 1 week into your book being live. And this is when I always suggest beginning your Amazon ads. And of course, Amazon ads depends on the budget that you have. But if you have a bit of a budget to put towards Amazon ads, I'm not going to go into detail on all the stuff that goes in Amazon ads. I have other videos about this. But if you have the budget to put towards it, it is highly, highly recommended, as it will boost your sales. Don't start your Amazon ads until you have a few reviews though, all right? I know a lot of people say, hey, it's totally fine, start your Amazon ads with no reviews. It's fine, but in my opinion, it's a lot more useful if you have that social proof, maybe 5 to 10 reviews to start running those Amazon ads. And usually about a week in, if you do everything I talked about so far correctly, the outreach, the Booksprout stuff, getting the reviews, you should have 5 to 10 reviews. It's not very hard to do in the beginning. Next thing after that for step number 3 is schedule 2 to 4 paid $1 book promotions. And this is the same thing as the free book promotions. You go to a site, they have all these different things lined up, but instead of your book being free at the time, you'll change the ebook price to 99 cents, and that way they'll promote it to the list. And it's just, these are very high quality things. Like I'll show you this one right here. This one's called Book Doggy, and they'll promote your book for 99 cents to a category that's related to your niche of your book. Okay, so there's tons of these different websites. I'm not gonna go through them all right now, but with a simple Google search, you can find a bunch of them. I think off the top of my head, there's like this one, Book Doggy, Fussy Librarian, and there's even one for Free Booksy. I think it's called Bargain Booksy, as you can see here. And this is where you can do those 99-cent things. So you can see right here, if you're planning to discount your book, or if your book is already priced between 99 cents and $5, Bargain Booksy feature is for you. Okay, so this is just another example. They have tons of people on these lists as well, and these are paid book promotions. All right, so there's free book promotions for like Free Booksy, and then for example, you can do it through Bargain Booksy for a paid book promotion. 99 cents is what I suggest to get the most downloads. Finally, after that is send feedback reminders to pre-readers who didn't leave feedback during the first week. Okay, and this is crucial because a lot of the people that you send out the first email to, maybe when your book goes live, they won't even respond, they won't do anything. So it's important to, every single week, I suggest for 3 or 4 weeks, send out a reminder to these people that don't leave the reviews, just so you can get them going. And what you need to do is once you send out the email, say at the bottom, if you've completed this, say done. If you don't get done back from the person within a couple of days, you know that they haven't left the review, meaning that in the next week, you have to add them to the list of people that you need to send out the reminder to. Okay. And this is important. A lot of people don't do this and you feel like you're being pushy, but this is something that's important. You already gave your book to them for free. Okay. You've provided a lot of value. All you're asking is for their feedback on your Amazon book. Okay. So it's important to send out these reminders to these people who don't leave the reviews. And before I let you guys go, I want to show you one bonus here. And there actually is another bonus I didn't put on here, but I'll talk about this one first. Is another thing to secure that first page ranking is create an Amazon author page. A lot of people don't do this. It's important to do it though. By doing it, it helps with the algorithm from my experience. This isn't something that's been said by someone, like this isn't secure, but in my opinion, this is actually going to help you with ranking your book. Because from the books that I've published in the past that I haven't had Amazon author pages for, and the ones that I have tended to rank better and been favored by KDP because it adds to the customer experience, as you can see I put in red there. So just something to keep in mind, if you don't have an Amazon author page set up for your pen name or your own name, it's something that I suggest doing for sure. The other thing I want to mention is utilizing Pubbie.co. It's a great way to utilize generating even more reviews once your book is live. It's a great resource. It is paid, but it is something that I do suggest using if you want to get in there and get even more reviews, more social proof on your book. Pubbie is a great way to get more reviews in the beginning once it goes live. So guys, before I let you go, I want to mention I do have a Christmas sale going on for my paid publisher supremacy program. That is literally a step-by-step A to Z guide, how to go from absolutely knowing nothing about self-publishing to becoming a full-on self-publisher with a bunch of books, a book brand, a book business, creating an ecosystem. I talk about everything, creating an email list, generating reviews in the beginning. I go into detail on all the things I talked about in this video, a lot more. There's literally over, I think at this point, there's over 40 hours of content in that course. So if you're interested in joining Publisher Supremacy, the first link in the description down below will take you to the checkout page. And if you enter in the code XMAS100, XMAS100, you'll get $100 off before the price is going to go up in the new year, okay? I'm not going to tell you how much it's going to go up by, but it's going to go up quite significantly once 2022 rolls around. I've had it at the same price for a very long time, and at this point, there's a lot of people in the program. I don't want to oversaturate it, so I'm going to be raising the price and not accepting as many people into it. So before that happens, if you want to get into Publisher Supremacy, you can click the link, first link in the description down below, enter in the code on the checkout page, XMAS100, you'll get $100 off, and you can join us all in the community there, okay? I'll see you in Publisher Supremacy. And if that's not for you, one quick thing, join the free Facebook group community. It's called KDP and ACX Self-Publishing Secrets. It's a group that has close to 6,000 people now. You can see in the screenshot it was at 2,500. It's almost at 6,000 people now. It's 100% free, and all you got to do is answer a couple of questions to join it. 100% free, and once you get in there, there's a 5-step guide to getting started with self-publishing if you're brand new and you're just getting started with this. So if you don't want to join Publisher Supremacy, join this free group. It's a great way to get started with self-publishing. Tons of people in there. You can ask as many questions as you want. I'm active in there. I answer questions. So if that's for you, I'll see you in the free Facebook group. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or anything like that about these 3 steps that I follow when it comes to launching my book and getting it on first page rankings, leave them down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But other than that, that's it for today, guys. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on it, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Try to post new videos every single week about self-publishing, lifestyle, and just entrepreneurial content. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.